Welcome to another edition of, well, me. I'm currently listening to music and trying to enjoy some time outside. Kind of needed a minute away. I know I keep saying that I'm going to involve the children in my videos, but I don't. I guess because, I'm trying to... Let me turn off the music. So, I'm trying to get acquainted with making videos. I really don't like making videos. I don't like recording myself. I don't like hearing myself. But making these videos, I have to do all of that. It's uncomfortable. And I don't necessarily want to put my children and their lives on display for the entire world, because, well, the world. I can put myself on display because I'm pretty sure I can handle the backlash. And even though I put my life on display, it's minimal. Right now, I'm thinking about a lot of things. I'm thinking about my breakup. I'm thinking about racial injustice. I'm thinking about racism as a whole. I'm thinking about how, with all of these protests and all of the violence that's started, how I'm gonna deal with life. Like, I just sent my now 14-year-old son and his now 14-year-old best friend on a journey. Like, they said, hey, look, Mom, can I go to this place to get this stuff? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. Not. So they want to go get boba tea from this little Thai spot on Main Street. Main Street is... I want to say that Main Street is like 30-minute walk from here. And this is what they're doing. They're going to go on a 30-minute walk, and they're looking to meet up with a friend and, teenage stuff. They want to hang out. And I was like, you know what? Fine. It's okay. As long as one or both of you contact me at any point in time, everywhere that you go, you have 30 minutes. 30 minutes in intervals. Contact me now, contact me later, contact me every time your plans change. Text or call, either way is fine. But you have to contact me. So I'm worried shitless with everything that's going on. And then on top of that, I also have to deal with my own stupid mind, doing stupid things, telling me stupid things, and being ill. I don't want to shelter my kids because my mind is fragile. I don't want to do that. I want my kids to have whatever experiences they're going to have. But I want them to know that they can do it safely, and that there is a way to be okay in all of this. I'm scared. Once upon a time, people used to tell me that I am the person that is afraid of their own shadow. Unfortunately, that's true. I have been for quite some time. And I've always pushed forward. I've always been the type of person, I got fears and fuck them. I have shit to do. I don't have time to sit here and wallow in my fear and my own self-pity. Ain't nobody got time for that. Even now. Yeah, okay, it's great, Black Lives Matter, but My life matters. My children's lives matter. I don't want to deal with your drama. I just don't. So yeah, I did what I could to let my kids know these are the rules. If you do not follow said rules and something happens to you, hell yeah, I'm gonna blame myself. But I'm definitely gonna make sure you at least get punched in the eye once. And then I'm gonna hug you tight and squeeze you to death and thank God that you're alive. If you don't come back alive, let's just say that's not gonna happen. We're not putting that into the universe. It's a fear, but, well, it's not gonna happen. So I'm sitting here outside and I'm full of dread and super anxious and sad and angry, but super happy at the same time, which is so tired of these mixed emotions. But the sun is up and it's bright and it's warm and it's so nice. I'm still thinking about my son. He hasn't been out of the house like this on his own since before COVID happened. So it's been a while that my son has been in front of me. We go on these long walks together as a family. I never let my kids leave my side. I'm always with them. We got gloves, we got masks, and hand sanitizer, and this and that, and the third. And so I said, you know what? The city's starting to open up. Cases dialed down. Maybe it's not too much of a problem. Maybe? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just really hoping that not just today, but tomorrow and the day after and the day after, I'm just really hoping that everything's okay, you know? Because it's hard. Dealing with COVID, enough, it's hard. But on top of COVID, it's the protests. On top of the protests, it's now people are looking at black people some kind of way because of all the protests, and even black people are looking at black people some kind of way, but that's always been a thing. But it's worse now. No, my son might not look black. He is as white as they come, honestly, because he's my little white boy. But I still worry, you know? Like, I worry about me walking down the block more so than I do him. But I try to not make it seem that way, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for that. I've been a victim to too much racism to say, oh, that's not a real thing. We just worry about it. No. Literally, it's a thing that happens. And I'm Hispanic. And I've even had Hispanics come after me and tell me, bitch, you're a fucking dirty black. Excuse the fuck out of me for being born. Last I heard, my mom loved my dad and my dad loved my mom, and this is why I'm born. If you don't like it, shut the fuck up and get out of my face. That's how I feel. What actually happens is 9 times out of 10, Hispanics look at me when I even try to speak Spanish, and they're like, bitch, you black though. And then black people look at me when I step into a neighborhood, and they're like, bitch, you really ain't black though. And I'm like, I'm really not either of you. Like, I'm a whole nother creature, except this fucking unicorn right now. But my kids can't do that because they don't really understand the whole race thing. So they don't have the pride that comes behind it. It's worrisome. And I'm trying, to help them figure it out and try to explain to them everything. But how are you really going to get kids to understand centuries within a couple of years? It was really hard for me to understand too. For a while, I thought that these racist people that attacked me as a kid, I thought it was just them being angry. I thought it was just them being angry that maybe I had done something that I didn't understand that I did that offended them. My father did his best to teach me about, race and cultures, and that everybody comes from different places and they feel different ways because they come from different places. I grew up learning and understanding that we're all just different, but the same. It's odd. And it's funny because now that I've become obsessed with food, I understand that fact so much more. I can make one dish. One dish. If I make that same dish, but choose to pick a different country, I can make that one dish 7 different ways. But it's all the same dish. And that's how I look at people. We are all one dish. From millions of different places, with million different understandings, with a million different ideas. So we got millions on top of millions on top of millions. That's what I teach my kids. Again, this is just my rant. Black lives matter. White lives matter. Asian lives matter. Hispanic lives matter. What is it? I'm sorry. There's Filipino lives matter. Korean lives matter. Scandinavian lives matter. Norse lives matter. Alaskan lives matter. I mean, can I draw a list for you? We matter. All lives. These protests are hard. Corona sucks balls. The disconnect that human beings are suffering from, not just with Corona, since way before that, it sucks so bad. Like worse than all of the pandemics and lockdowns that you could combine. The disconnect in the human race is the worst thing that ever happened to the human race. I only wish that it gets better.